So far, we've managed to get acquainted with different provinces of Iran, and today we're going to become familiar with one of the oldest provinces of Iran, Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari province. Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari province is one of the 31 provinces of Iran. It lies in the southwestern part of the country and its capital is Shahrekord. It has an area of 16,332 square kilometers and a population of 947,763 in 2016. The history of the province is tied largely to that of the Bakhtiari tribe. The Bakhtiari are a Law tribe. They speak the Bakhtiari dialect of the Lori language. Bakhtiaris primarily inhabit Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari and eastern Khuzestan, Loristan, Bushehr and Isfahan provinces. A small percentage of Bakhtiari are still nomadic pastoralists, migrating between summer quarters and winter quarters. In Iranian mythology, the Bakhtiaris are considered to be the descendants of Feridun, a legendary hero from the Iranian national epic Shahnameh. The term Bakhtiari can be best translated as companion of fortune or bearer of good luck. The term has deep Persian roots and is the result of two smaller words, Bakht and Yar, combined together. Bakht is the Persian word for fortune and Yar literally means companion. The Latin designation largely relates to the nature of the tribe's annual migration. This has to do with the harsh nature of Bakhtiari life and the overcoming of countless difficulties that Bakhtiaris have faced in the Zagros ranges. In this sense, Bakhtiaris view themselves as a hard-working tribe, facing numerous obstacles every day and yet fortunate enough to overcome each of these challenges as a solid unit. Shahrekord is the capital city of Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari province in Iran. Shahrekord is known for its natural environment, cold winters, waterfalls and rivers. Shahrekord is Iran's highest capital city at 2,070 meters, that's 6,790 feet, above sea level. This led the city to be known as the Roof of Iran. Its weather is cold in winter and mild in summer. The town has a ski resort, Bade, located about 35 kilometers, 22 miles away, and several natural lagoons and small lakes. Coins have been found in Shahrekord dating back to the Sasanian and Parthian era. Zayanderud, the Life Giver, is the largest river of the Iranian plateau in central Iran. The Zayander starts in Zadku, a sub-range of the Zagros Mountains in Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari province. It flows 400 kilometers, that's 249 miles, eastward before ending in the Gavhuni Swamp, a seasonal salt lake southeast of Isfahan city. The Zayander riverbed is spanned by many historical Safavid-era bridges, and the river used to flow through many parks. The Zayander used to have a significant flow all year long, unlike many of Iran's rivers, which are seasonal, but today it runs dry due to water extraction before reaching the city of Isfahan. In the early 2010s, the lower reaches of the river dried out completely after several years of seasonal dryouts. While the drying out of the lower reaches of the Zayander River have been attributed to drought, the main reasons are man-made. poor planning and populist politics have led to years of mismanagement and overuse, which has resulted in seasonal dryouts and ultimately caused the river to dry out completely before reaching Isfahan. Sheikh Ali Khan is the name of the village and a 10-metre waterfall located 5 kilometres from Chelgard city. The waterfall is approximately 105 kilometres from Sharekord. Sheikh Ali Khan village is the central part of Kurang province. This village is located at altitudes of Chehelchest and Zardku. The water of this waterfall originates from the heights around the village. The waterfall in the spring has the most beautiful view and the most water. In fact, in the spring, everywhere in the province of Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari, you will see current waters and springs that make a beautiful scene. Choghakor Wetland. Designated a no-hunting area, Choghakor Wetland supports more than 47 bird species, with breeding populations of migratory birds such as the northern pintail and Asakuta. It supports more than 1% of the population of gadwall and Astrapera, and harbours threatened species such as the endangered white-headed duck, Oxyural ococephala, and the vulnerable eastern imperial eagle, Aquila heliaca. Choghakor Wetland is considered to be one of the most important sites in Iran for the endemic Zagros pupfish, Aphanius valadi covey. It is important for flood control, groundwater replenishment, and is generally considered a reservoir for biodiversity. Plants with important medicinal properties, such as Achillea millefolium, can be harvested. Dima Spring. Dima Water Spring is a spring that forms one of the feeding sources of Zayandarud. This water spring is located close to Dima village in the Kurang county of Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari province. It should be said that the distance from Dima Water Spring to the centre of Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari is 120 kilometres. The water of Dima Spring is rich with minerals and salts. This water flows to the Kurang factory of mineral water and after being bottled is sent to cities all over Iran and some other countries around the world. Dima Water Spring is located close to the plain of Laluhaya Vajgun, or overturned tulips. It should be mentioned that Kurang and the lands around Dima are some of the points where the nomads and their traditional lifestyle can be witnessed. Lock making, carpet weaving and felt making of Chalishtor city, Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari province, are among the most prominent and well-known handicrafts in southwestern Iran. These handicrafts, which have been registered on UNESCO's list of the tangible cultural heritage, are a number of high-quality exports from Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari province. Dating back hundreds of years, these handicrafts were essentials for life, but today they are mostly decorative. Felt making is making fabric by locking together fibres, generally wool, using friction and moisture. This is the traditional wet felting technique, although now there is also needle felting, which doesn't require moisture or friction. Felt is probably the world's oldest textile. Dance is a beautiful and valuable ritual among Bakhtiari tribes, which is a symbol of unity, sympathy, correlation and cooperation for them. Bakhtiari people are resolute and accurate in performing their traditional dances, and also they dance in various forms in their happiness at ceremonies and parties. The beautiful philosophy of dance in the Bakhtiari tribe is taken from the background and the type of the nomadic life that they have. Bakhtiari's elders start the dance at the forefront of the dance group. In most of the dances, women with colourful clothes and local accessories on their cloth dance with the rhythms of toshmals, simultaneously with men who wear the local clothes. The clothing of the Bakhtiari tribesmen varies depending on the weather conditions they may encounter during the migration. Men wear loose trousers with wool hats and use a choke, a man's overcoat. Colourful skirts and layered vests are common for women. Women have long scarves decorated with hand-drawn designs. Bakhtiari kebab. Put your hand on the meat and cut it. Open the meat and turn it and again cut it like this. Now the meat opened, mash the meat and turn it. Use your fingers to size where you should cut the meat. Also cut the chicken the same way as you cut the meat. Now we skewer the meat. First you should put the meat on the skewer because the two ends of the kebab have high heat, so you should mash it a lot so it will cook in the same heat. Skewer a piece of meat and a piece of chicken in that order. You should watch out for cooking both beef and chicken together because the heat you need for cooking chicken is less than for beef. Always cook chicken thicker than meat and mash the meat well to cook easily. Plum stew. Add the fried onions to the chicken. Add a teaspoon of rose water. Add the required amount of turmeric depending on your taste, and at this stage some people also add cinnamon sticks to give the chicken a taste. Then add the lemon juice. It is best to also add a teaspoon of sugar. Black pepper must also be poured. Add some amount of saffron at this part and some other at the end. Add a small amount of water and close the lid of the pot. At this stage, when the chicken is semi-cooked, add the plums to it. Add the leaf plums as well. We add some barberry to it and try to pour it in all parts. Put the pot on a low flame. Sprinkle some sliced almonds on all parts. Now the ingredients are all set and we have to give it a chance to cook. Borsak. Borsak is a delicious type of bread native to the Kurdistan province in western Iran. The bread is made with ingredients such as milk, sugar, flour, oil and eggs. In order to make the borsak, these ingredients are mixed to form a dough, which is then formed into a flat, round-shaped piece and fried. The people of law have always fought against the dictatorships in Iran because of their resilient spirit. For this reason, They have always been oppressed by the inhumane regime that rules Iran. They have used every opportunity to demonstrate against the regime and to raise their voice. We saw an example of this in the recent Iranian uprising. Thank you for staying with us. We hope you enjoyed watching this program, and we will continue to be with you by introducing other provinces.